Hey guys, today we're going to be doing so much. A complete garage declutter, clean out, organize, fridge restock. I'm also going to be sharing with you a natural way to clean your grill, so a grill cleaning hack. We're also going to be doing a ton of freezer meal prep, and I'll be sharing with you 2 healthy snacks. So let's get ready and let's do this together.
You like that, you lose it completely, losing track of space and time. I don't wanna go home looking for a reason to stay here all night. I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel. You wonder if I feel the same, the blood's rushing.
Hey friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for being here, and just thank you for making time out of your busy life to be here and hang out with me. I promise you this video will deliver. It's a little bit of everything. Our garage is an absolute disaster, and I mean that when I say an absolute disaster. An absolute mess. Bikes, scooters, snow blowers, all of that stuff. It's a mess. So Mike and I are going to be going out to the garage, taking everything out, decluttering, doing some organization. I'm also going to organize some food in my freezer and restock our garage fridge with plenty of drinks for the summer. I'm also going to be sharing with you a grill cleaning hack because our grill was gross. It was a mess. It hasn't been cleaned all winter long. And this hack did an amazing job. So a lot jam-packed in today's video. I hope you're ready. We are going to get it done together. And here I was just starting out, going around, not doing anything too crazy on this day one, just hopping around the house and doing those little things that needed to be done. Mike was really busy with work this day, and I knew I needed his help with the garage, so was not planning on tackling that on here on day one. But we're kind of moving into a busier time in our lives. I know typically the school year is always busy, but for us, school is busy, but then our social lives kind of tank. But summer tends to be a lot busier for us with our social schedules. And then Avery's really busy with softball. She has softball practices and games, and Mike is her softball coach, so there's extra things he has to do with that. So we've just been kind of focusing more on stocking our freezer with easy, simple freezer meals. If you guys are new here, I hate cooking. I hate it so much. If I didn't have kids, I would never cook. I'm just always looking for the simplest meal that's, somewhat healthy when it comes to kids. You're always riding that fine line, but health conscious. So I wanted to spend some time doing some freezer meals, which I'm going to be doing in today's video, and 2 healthy snacks. So I made one, they're blondies with, like a brownie, but not chocolate. Blondies, but they're made with chickpeas, and the girls ate them. I'll give you guys a little spoiler alert. So healthy blondies full of protein, and also, just trying to stock up on some healthy snacks for the summer. I'm also on a strength training journey, trying to up my protein intake. So that was another reason why I wanted to make some healthy snacks so I could stay full throughout the day. So all of that will be later in the video after I do some cleaning. So to clean our windows, which have gotten really dirty here now that the weather is warmer because the kids are outside and they're coming in and out and touching the door, the front door and the back door, just notice a lot more little fingerprints all over the doors. I'm using this Sprayway foaming glass and mirror cleaner. I go back and forth between this and the Jaws glass and mirror cleaner. I personally think the Sprayway works slightly better, just slightly, but I like the foaming action. It's kind of fun. So I was using that, and then I was going to use the Mrs. Meyer's multi-surface spray to quickly clean the blinds. First, I went in with a dry microfiber cloth. It was not wet, no water, no cleaner. Dry dusted all of the blinds, and then I followed that up with a new microfiber cloth, and I sprayed the blinds with the Mrs. Meyer's multi-surface cleaner, and then it was with a dry rag and went over the blinds again. So I put on my fun leggings, my hot pink leggings when I'm not feeling motivated. Today was a perfect day for us to clean out the garage. It was a little bit cooler, like in the low 60s. That's why I have a sweatshirt on. But the girls were at the zoo with Mike's parents, so we had some free time to clean it all out. And we also don't have recycling here, so that's why we have a lot of boxes, a lot of recycling. Mike usually goes once a week if he can. Sometimes it's, every other week. So that's why we have a lot of recycling piled up, and then he'll put it in his truck and go when he can. So it's kind of a pain, but it is what it is. So seeing this garage, it makes me so excited to move. It will probably be in the fall, which I'll have an update here in a little bit, but we will have a bigger garage. We also will be allowed to have a shed if we want to. I don't know if we'll need one with our bigger garage. We'll have more storage space in the basement as well. But in our current home, we cannot have a shed, so we're limited to the space. But even in the basement, we'll have more storage space where we can keep certain things like with all three kids, we're keeping Avery's old bikes as she gets, bigger ones for the twins. We have multiple scooters, strollers, and we technically still use both strollers actively, but we're not quite ready to give both up. So it's the big jogger stroller, I would put that down in the basement if we had a bigger storage space. So I cannot wait to move and have a little bit more basement storage and garage storage. And when we get into the new house, we will put in some time and money into garage organization. We didn't want to do that here because with moving, garage organization can be so expensive. So we didn't want to do it here. But I got these plastic bins from Walmart. They were $5. And I was just going to try to organize the shelf a little bit more because I kept buying car cleaner stuff and I didn't even realize that we had stuff. So just trying to declutter and organize a little bit of the shelf in a budget friendly way. But I'm also going to give you guys a home update next week in my video. I'm going to take you over to the house, so make sure you're subscribed, have the notifications turned on. I'm going to give you an update. We're going to find more about timeline, moving. I'm going to show you kind of where we're at in that process. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But I've also had some other questions about the new house that I'll answer later on in this video. And like I said, chickpea brownies you're going to see me make that the girls loved, and then my famous energy bites. And when I say famous, it's not my recipe, but it is the #1 recipe I get DMs all of the time about. They are the one thing that we cannot keep in stock in our house. The kids love them. I love them. I actually just had one an hour ago, so I cannot wait to share that with you guys later. So we got some good freezer meals, a lot of quick, easy meals for those busy nights. I'm feeling good. And a clean garage. So I knew a freezer box from Thrive Market was going to be showing up. And if you notice that it was open at the top, it's because as soon as the freezer box got donated, it was like lunchtime and Mike got right in there. They have these turkey and sausage burritos that he loves. I also love them as well. So he got in there right away to eat one. But I'll show you more of what I got at Thrive Market in my freezer box and in another box here in a minute. But this was actually filmed like a week ago, if you're noticing that the garage is messy again. I just wanted to throw this in here now since we're cleaning the garage. I wanted to we haven't restocked the garage fridge in a while, so I wanted to throw that in here and just restock the fridge for summer with all of our favorite beverages when people come over. But yeah. Oh, and get excited because if you need to clean your grill, I'm going to share with you that grill cleaning hack on the last day of cleaning, right before we do some freezer meal prep. Goal for this Thrive Market haul was to stock up on some frozen foods because I recently decluttered and reorganized 3 of our freezers, which I'll have that video linked down below if you guys want to see that. So I decluttered and organized so we have a lot more freezer space. And since we're getting ready to go to the ball field multiple times a week and on the weekends for Avery softball games, I wanted to stock up on some easy, like healthy dinner ideas, but then quick and easy, but then also some healthy snacks for the twins to keep them happy at the ball field, because it's hard for me to pay attention and take care of them. So it's nice if they have snacks, and I just feel better if they're, you know, healthier. Also, Avery will be out of school next week, so that was kind of my goal in putting in this order. So I got these Power Waffles. We love the Kodiak brand in general, and I saw Amy Darley showed a Thrive Market haul and she shared these. So I think it was in my last Thrive Market box. I picked these up and I really like them, and as all 3 girls did. They love their carbs in the morning. So, and I just like how it has 12 grams of protein. And since I'm also working out and doing more strength training, I'm trying to get in more protein in my diet. So this is just a quick and easy way. I got these turkey sausage burritos, the Reds brand, which I love this Reds brand in general. I've had these before, the chicken, cilantro, and lime. So I picked up more of those because I really, really like them for quick lunches. And I've never tried these before, but I'm one of those people that says you can eat breakfast any time of the day. So I've been eating these sometimes for breakfast or even lunch. It is s'more season, so I got some graham crackers. The twins also like eating these on their own. Again, another snack that they love that will keep them entertained while we're at the ball field. I have some honey peanut butter granola. We get this every single time I put in an order for Thrive Market because Avery adds it to her Greek yogurt in the morning, and I've been adding this if I need like a snack at night before bed. I add it to some vanilla Greek yogurt. These both, well actually all three of these were those, you know, like healthy snacks for the girls at the ball field. Last time I got one of these, Mike ate this whole bag within 2 days. I was like, ugh. But the girls like them. To them, it's a snack because there's chocolate, peanut butter. So we got some more of those. I got 3 of these bags because I love these. These are my absolute favorite snack ever. I love them so much. You need to try these. If there's only one thing you get from Thrive Market, get the Skinny Dip almonds. This is the dark chocolate peanut butter. And when I need something sweet, but I'm just like, I know I'm not really hungry, but when I need something sweet, but I still want to be healthy, this is my go-to. And 2 of the 3 kids love these. I actually had to hide them because I didn't want them to eat them all. I have never tried these, but Amy Darley also suggested these, and I think I'm gonna have to try one. So I'll let you know how good they taste. But I figured I wanted to try these because I love those so much. So these have to be good. This is another staple. Every time I order from Thrive Market, I get some marinara sauce or tomato sauce. This is the roasted garlic, peanut butter. These Lara bars, I don't know how you pronounce them, but this is another snack for the ball field. Also, what I have been doing is packing the twins dinner at the ball field because eating keeps them entertained. So sometimes I'll hold off on dinner a little bit later and then pack them a dinner. And that kind of eats up the time and allows me to focus on Avery's game. And this is one of their favorites. So I add that in usually like with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something like that. And then I got some cereal, partially because Avery likes eating cereal in the morning if she doesn't have the Greek yogurt. Or this is another easy snack. It's not super messy. You know, I can put it in like a little cup for them at the ball field. So that is another good snack for them. And you know, it's just one of those things where I know them eating snacks keeps them entertained, but I just don't want to keep pumping them full of junk. So this was kind of my goal.
If you have never heard of Thrive Market, it's actually an online membership-based market that you can shop for the highest quality products at the best prices. And what's really cool is they even price match. So if you find a better price somewhere else at a different store, they will price match, which I think is great. And if you're just wanting to eat healthier without spending lots of money, or you just want to kickstart maybe a new diet or lifestyle, check out Thrive Market. Whether you are keto, gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO, or any other diet, Thrive Market makes it super easy for you to eat that lifestyle. Thrive Market saves you so much time rather than shopping. For me personally, I'm always looking for healthier snacks for the girls because we've been on the go a ton, but I also have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and lowering my carb intake helps me manage my symptoms. I don't cut out carbs entirely, but focusing more on lower carb options is what helps me feel my best. Carbs impact insulin levels, and 70% of women with PCOS have insulin sensitivities. Protein always seems to be the biggest hurdle when it comes to feeding my kids. So I just love that I can go on their website, pick a category, look at snacks, meals, and they just really consolidate it all so I can focus on what I want for myself, what I want for my kids, and there's a variety. So, you know, they get bored of eating the same things over and over. So I can focus on the nutrients that I want to give them, but also make it a huge variety. You're also totally in control. You can skip shipments. You can pause your auto ship. You can do auto ship if you want, or you can do like me and just go in every month or two and put in a big order. Also, orders over $49 ship free and ship straight to your door.
So we've been members of Thrive Market for almost a year. I think we signed up last June, but I wanted to let you guys know they have a couple of different membership options. They do have a monthly membership option that comes to $9.95 a month, or you can go with the yearly membership, which is what we do. It just makes more sense, and it comes to about $5 a month. So if you're curious and want to give them a try, you can click the link in my description box or go to thrivemarket.com/Jamie's Journey to get 40% off your first order plus a free gift that is worth over $50. Hey guys, happy afternoon, or it's an afternoon for me. I don't know what time it is where you are, so I hope you're having a good day so far. So since Mike and I cleaned out the garage yesterday, I'm like, okay, now I can focus on other things. And I have not cleaned, or he has not cleaned, usually he does it, the grill for the season. So I'm like, okay, let me try this new, I had came across this grill cleaning hack. So I'm gonna give it a try and we'll see how well it does.
All right, so I've been looking for different ways to clean our grill. We don't do it as much as we should. I have used a cleaner before. It was Simple Green and it worked great, but I stumbled upon this grill cleaning hack on the internet. I'm like, let's give it a try. So you're gonna just use baking soda and some Dawn dish soap. So actually what you didn't see me do earlier was I took a plastic tub and I filled it with super hot water and then about a half of a cup of baking soda. And then I just mixed up a baking soda, water, and Dawn dish soap paste like you're seeing me do here. I didn't really measure everything out, so just make like a thick paste. So add more water if it's too thick and so on. And so I mixed all of that up and then make sure your grill grates are cooled down, took those off and I set them in the water and just look like how satisfying is it to just see all of that stuff get broken up just from the baking soda and water. So I let that sit for about 30 minutes. And after the 30 minutes, I went and dumped out the water and then I went and layered all of that baking soda, Dawn dish soap, and water paste on the grill grates and then I let it sit for another. And then after letting that sit for 30 minutes, I'll follow up and show you the last step, which was super easy, and wait till you see how clean they were. And then while I was letting the baking soda and Dawn paste sit on the grill grates, I was just going to quickly vacuum and mop. I've actually noticed that our floors have been getting super dirty, more so than normal, and it's because the kids are coming in and out. You know, we don't wear shoes in our house, but let's be real here. We're all not perfect, and it happens, especially with kids. So I've noticed more of a film on the floor just from like the dirt. We've also had, the back door open, so you're having more like wind and dirt probably coming in from outside. So I was just using my Shark vacuum because I haven't used the corded vacuum on the carpet in a while. And I just want to make it clear because I have a Tinco and a Dyson cordless vacuum, and then I have a Shark corded vacuum. And the cordless vacuums, of course, are more convenient, but the corded vacuums, at least what I have, is more powerful. Now, I'm not saying that a Shark vacuum is better than the Tinco or the Dyson. I'm saying the corded vacuum is better and more powerful than the cordless vacuum. So for the carpet, I love always having a corded vacuum. Okay, so after I was done vacuuming and mopping, it was time to go back out to the grill grates, and I grabbed some aluminum foil. And this was great because it's obviously inexpensive, and you just like scrub it on the grill grates and everything just breaks off. And it was like really easy, really simple. And I just liked not having to use like a sponge because a sponge would get so gross, and it was just nice to use the aluminum foil. And it got like, I could even get it into like the middle of the grates, if that makes sense. But I was pretty impressed. I mean, of course, this wasn't like 100% perfect solution to cleaning grill grates, but it worked really, really well. And I just like how it's natural, because if you think about it, you're cleaning, you could use a heavy duty cleaner, but then you're going to go and set your chicken breast or your hamburger right on the grill grates. So I kind of like this method. It was fairly easy, not a lot of elbow grease, and I'm going to start keeping up on it more often.
Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. Let's go.
All right, so it is kind of hard to show you guys how clean these are. Now, they don't look perfectly new, obviously, and it's hard because these are black. So when I was scrubbing, I couldn't tell where I had already scrubbed or where there was some buildup. So like here, I missed some. But when I was scrubbing, I could see the gunky stuff that would just come off. So it did come off fairly easily, and I think just if I do this more often, or if I do it again, I think, and just keep up on it, I think slowly over time, this was a pretty good method and really not too hard. Good afternoon, guys. So you're gonna be joining me for some freezer meal prep. I'm doing 2 snacks. One is like our tried and true, our energy bites. We love these. Like, everyone in the house loves these. They're so good. Honestly, I have a hard time keeping up and always have them in stock. And then I'm trying a new recipe a new dessert recipe, healthy dessert, chickpea blondies. And I love a good blondie, and people swear these taste just as good as regular blondies with like all of the sugar and the flour and all of that. So I'm like, let's put it to the test. Chickpea blondies, we're gonna give you a try. So we're gonna give those a try, and then we have like a crazy busy week with softball and a few other things going on with Avery's school. So I have I have 2 freezer meals I'm gonna make. So hopefully I can give you guys some meal inspiration, some healthy meal ideas, and maybe we can meal prep together. All right, so now it's time to do some freezer meal prep. And my goal here was to do 2 meals and then 2 healthy snacks. So I started out, I need the chickpea blondies. The recipe called for the chickpeas to be completely dry. So I rinsed and drained them. And then you saw me setting them out on the paper towel to let them completely dry. So while those were drying, I was making like I said, my famous energy bites. They're not my recipe. I will have the recipe linked below where I found the recipe. But you guys ask me about these all of the time, and they are our favorites. Now, I doubled the recipe, and typically I even triple it because that's how many we go through. Like, the kids love them. I love them. They're so good. I personally like taking them. So you're seeing me combine all these ingredients, then you'll see me after I mix it all together, I put the bowl in the fridge to kind of harden up a little bit, and then I take them out and then ball them up. And then I like storing them in the freezer, and then I will just let them sit for 5 minutes, and it's almost like they're not frozen, but they're just like really cold and a slightly chewy, but still a little bit hard. Oh, that's the best way to eat them. You guys, these are great. I just had one before my workout today, and I throw them in Avery's lunch. So give those a try. All right, so these chickpea blondies. I will say they didn't taste to me as good as like a regular blondie. I guess no surprise there. And the energy bites to me are like more appealing, but they were pretty good. And I'm going to show you, the girls liked them. I'm going to show you what they thought when they first tried them. So again, I said I'm on like the strength training journey. I have a dietitian who's working with me and they want me to get more protein. Part of that is my PCOS and how it affects my body and my insulin levels, as well as just trying to gain more muscle ultimately. So I think this is just, like I said, an easy snack. The kids thought it was a true snack. Like they thought it was like real blondies. I will have this recipe linked below with all of the ingredients and all of that. So I won't go through and tell you everything I was using, but the main ingredient was chickpeas, but recipe will be linked in the description.
Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive.
Okay, and then before we get to the 2 meals, as you're seeing me do some of this freezer meal prep, a question I got asked, and I think it was last week's video, people had asked me, with the new house, are we going to be in the same school district? And we are in the same school district. The neighborhood randomly is literally across the street from our current neighborhood, but here's the weird part. Same school district, but Avery will go to a different elementary school, even though the elementary schools are right, or the neighborhoods are right, like literally right across the street from each other. We cross one street to get to the new neighborhood. So same school district, different elementary school, but then Avery will be in the same school with the kids she's in right now, in the elementary she's in right now, same school when she gets into 5th grade. So eventually they'll all pull together in a 5th and 6th grade building. But yes, a different elementary school. But yeah, stay tuned for next week and I'll share, hopefully, a video of where we're at and have more of a timeline for you. Okay, but for this recipe, it is a freezer, like it's super simple. It's a ravioli lasagna. So you just layer some marinara sauce. I used a tinfoil pan just so it would be a little bit easier. So you just layer some marinara sauce. You put some frozen ravioli. You can do beef or cheese. I went with beef this time. And then you layer it with it was like a ricotta mixture and some garlic. And you can add the recipe calls for adding spinach. And I will tell you, my kids, they like eating vegetables, but it can't be mixed in things. Because when they see it mixed in things, I think they get suspicious and they're like, I don't like that. But if I would take a vegetable and I just use it as a side, they eat it. So I was just going to serve this with either broccoli or green beans, which is all of their favorites. So the recipe does call for spinach. So typically you'd put in the spinach with the ricotta and the garlic, and then you ultimately just keep layering it with some mozzarella cheese. And then I covered it and I wrote the instructions on the top so it would be easy to pull out, pop in the oven, and we have an easy meal before a softball game.
Against it all, but made it through the day, 'cause I found my way.
Okay, and then the last recipe is Cool Ranch tacos. So tacos is a staple here because everyone loves it. And I found this and I was like, oh, it's a different type of taco, which I'm always looking for ways, like you take a meal that the kids love and you put a spin on it. So the recipe did call for chicken breast, like shredded chicken tacos, but the kids kind of have a hard time with shredded chicken. So just a way to make it a little bit healthier, I wanted chicken, so I used ground chicken instead. So instead of ground beef, you could totally use ground beef. You could use just like a chicken breast and then shred it. I used ground chicken so it was easier for the kids to chew, specifically the twins. And then you just add some ranch seasoning. I made my own, some taco seasoning. I made my own. I think that might have been it, but I'll have the recipe linked in the description, and then you just cook it in the crock pot. All right, so the recipe said throw them in the refrigerator for an hour. So I did that, and it's kind of like a fudge-like consistency. Look at that. Okay, this is it. This is the taste test. Pretty good. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I feel like I'm actually eating real blondies. However, sweet tooth, if
you have that sweet tooth and you're trying to be a little bit healthier or just need to add some protein to your diet, this would be good. Now, I think the real taste test will be with the girls. We'll see if they like it. Because if they like it, because you know, kids are super picky. So I feel like that'll be the real taste test. Do they like it?
Yeah. Can I eat it?
You can.
Yay. Good.
Do you like it?
Hey.
Good, Avery?
Mm-hmm. Baby?
So they were a hit. As long as the kids like them, that means it's a win.